Hi, my name is Ivana, and this is my Polygence Symposium of Rising Scholars presentation in 2024. And so my research topic was genetics in non-small cell lung cancer. So to start, a brief introduction. So as stated previously, my name is Ivana. I'm a current high school junior, but I was a sophomore when I wrote this paper. And in the future, I hope to study biomedical engineering. And as for my mentor, Michelle, she's an expert in cell signaling, data science, and cancer biology, and she's currently a PhD candidate at UVA. So my research question was, what inherited genetic mechanisms underlie familial non-small cell lung cancer? And I specifically chose this question because I've always been interested in cancer and genetics, and especially lung cancer, because I have a family history with lung cancer and I want to look more into the genetic aspect. So after discussing this with Michelle, we decided on this research question in order to help me gain more understanding about lung cancer and specifically the genetic aspects of it. So, a brief overview. So, lung cancer is the leading cause of cancer deaths, and oftentimes this is because of genetic mutations. And specifically, we looked over non small cell lung cancer, or NSCLC, which is just another type of lung cancer. So, to continue my brief overview. So, after the abstract and introduction, we reviewed epidemiology. So, we specifically, this is environmental factors and statistics in order to decide or to research who was most at risk for um, contracting lung cancer, as well as like specific environmental factors because of this. And then the main portion of my paper was about genes. So we reviewed primary research papers about the genes EGFR, ALK, HER2, KRAS, and P53. And these are all genes that are commonly mutated in NSCLC. And lastly, we also discussed future applications as well as what's already being done in terms of lung cancer treatment and cures. So first off, primary research papers and methods. So in order to find information on specific genes, I looked over a GWAS, which is known as a genome-wide association study that my mentor provided to me. And other sources I used were Google Scholar, NCBI, and PubMed. And as for the GWAS, I used that information in order to determine which 5 genes that I would research into. And I used all of these sources in primary research papers, as well as other info such as secondary research papers, in order to find information on all 5 of my genes, as well as current treatment options. So the genes I researched were EGFR, and the treatment options I looked into for EGFR were mouse models and doxycycline. I additionally looked over ALK and ALK rearrangements, and then HER2, including exon 20 mutations, KRAS and cell signaling, and last but not least, P53 and DNA and cell growth regulation. So after thoroughly researching these genes as well as the current treatment options, as mentioned on the last slide, for my discussion and conclusion, I determined that there are still so many unknowns in reference to cancer research, and currently there are a lot of potential treatment options out there. And with the increasing use of genetic engineering, many researchers are looking into biomedical engineering to control and try to treat cancerous cells and genetic mutations. Thank you. And so my main takeaways for this project were I love doing this project and I love learning about a subject I previously knew so little about. And I'm so grateful to my mentor for all her support and guidance. And hopefully, using my knowledge that I learned in writing this research paper, I gained a lot of skills, including not just writing, but also research in general, as well as all the stuff I learned that I hope to continue in higher education. And one day, I hope to further study cancer and genetics, specifically lung cancer. Again, thank you so much for listening.